Hello, it's Kevin here. Time for a video. So first things first, as always, fair use, disclaimer, etc. Non-profit teaching, blah 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 blah. Okay, because we've got some case notes here. I think this came from that 50 samples. I'm not sure where they originally came from, but anyway, we've got some case notes here. Brendan Cross. Brendan Cross. So, what's the... Now, right, this is why I have to be careful here, and I keep saying this every time. If you use non-official case notes, they are different to proper OET notes. If you look at the OET notes, it tells you the task at the bottom, write to this person, do this, you should do that, you should do that, etc. It doesn't have this. It doesn't say a plan. I mean, if I quickly get some case notes open just to show you what I'm talking about, like let me see, OET case notes. What's a good one to open? Just to show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So, for example, so this is one from the site. Okay, looks like this. And come on, and it's got writing task at the bottom, and it actually says, get my pen out. So it tells you who you've got to write to, what you've got to do, and it always says this, relevant, do not use note form. Now that's something that we'll be talking about in a second. For this particular letter, you need to paraphrase. You can't simply copy and paste, but still, this is why using original, authentic material is best. Because if you're using stuff from other sources, it's not the same. So when you get the real exam, you won't be doing particularly well. Okay, now let's have a look at the letter. Now I had a quick look, I just changed the introduction. So the original one, writing this letter to refer Brendan Cross, a 9-year-old boy who is suffering from signs and symptoms. Anyway, so I rewrote it, so I need to watch the punctuation. So now, a better way, I'm writing to, now you don't have to say it's a letter, it's obvious. You could simply say, I'm writing to request your further investigation and treatment, so that's the purpose. Brendan Cross, comma, 9-year-old boy whose signs and symptoms are suggestive of rheumatic fever. So you could do it in that way, that's a bit more concise. Okay, now, with the complaint, well, it's complaints for sure. Fever, sore throat, weakness for 3 days, along with many crying spells. Now, if we look at the case notes, is it exactly the same? Fever, sore throat, lethargy, many crying spells. So it's not exactly, but it's pretty close to more or less word for word. Weakness for 3 days. So if it's all for 3 days, you could say with a 3-day history of. Then you don't have to bother, is it a noun, is it countable, is it uncountable? Complaint, so make it a verb. Complaining of this for 3 days. And weakness, many crying spells. Okay. In his vitals, he is febrile and has enlarged tonsil with exudate. Now, enlarged tonsils with exudate. So it's exactly the same words as the case notes. Enlarged tonsils with exudate, enlarged cervical LN. Let's see. Febrile, symptoms, that one. Remarkable, he was prescribed I'm told to review, well, right, he's 9, so you didn't tell him, hey, Brendan, I want you to come back in 5 days. So you probably didn't tell him to come back after 5 days. And if he's 9, he probably didn't present himself. Okay, so you need to be careful. Now, usually, if it's an adult, you say patient presented because they came to see you. But if it's a kid, probably the parent or parents, usually a mother, would bring the child. So you need to be careful that Brendan presented himself, and you told him, "Hey, Brendan, you 9-year-old kid, I want you to come back after 5 days." Probably not. So, open the still in person was required review foundation, no improvement. Okay. Regrettably, now I wouldn't use because these are what they call judgmental language. It probably is regrettable for him, but I wouldn't use it. So you could say subsequently. So that's not judgmental. That just means afterwards, after a period of time, or simply put the date of visit 2. So on the 19th, Brendan returned with unchanging symptoms, etc. So you could put that. Now, is it actually worse? So let me see. Let me have a look. So we've got visit 1. Okay, fever, throat. Okay. Probable diagnosis. I would have mentioned that. Did you put? So I would have put that you initially thought it was tonsillitis. I would have mentioned that, and what you did on the second visit after 5 days. So to avoid this confusion, put the actual date. That's what it's there for. So on the 19th. Okay. On the 19th, Brendan returned. You could say that. So that eliminates that confusing. The second visit after 5 days. Returned. Now, what's it say about symptoms? So, new symptoms. Oops. Hang on. Something happening there. Okay. Right. So, second visit. Is it different symptoms? Yeah, fever. So, returned with new symptoms. Right. So these are new symptoms. Right. We need to mention these. Got some new symptoms here. What do we say? Brendan returned with new symptoms of right knee joint pain, tiredness, lethargy, loss of appetite for 2 days. Okay, put that. There was no improvement in his previous features. Now, you don't have to write. It's pointless telling me what test you ordered. What I'm interested in is what the test results were. Because it's pointless, Therefore, so-and-so tests were ordered. Yeah, what I want to know is what the test actually showed. So instead of saying tests were ordered and then later his test results were this, simply say ECG, FBC, ASOT showed blah, blah, blah. Now that's much better for conciseness and clarity. Okay. He has given, he was given, or was he prescribed, or was he advised to take for 2 days? What's it say? Treatment, ibuprofen to review in 2 days. So it didn't say he was given them for 2 days. So he was given ibuprofen, but not simply for 2 days. That's what he was given and told to come back in 2 days, which is not the same. Yeah, and the investigation reports, you find them here. So instead of saying I ordered this, which is a waste of words. All you've got to do is say today, because this is, we have to assume, today's date. So the third visit today. Today Brendan returned his ECG, ESR, ASOT showed blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you could do it in that way. His condition didn't improve, did not improve, or had not improved. So we've got a third visit today. You need to make it clear. Today. Brendan's condition has not improved. Okay, present perfect. Has not improved. And his ECG shows prolonged, along with increased ESR. In view of the above, I believe his condition is rheumatic fever. Appreciate your attention to this patient. And requesting, who's requesting? I appreciate your attention to this patient, and who's requesting? It's a transitive verb. Who is it? Who's requesting? So you appreciate him requesting, or you are requesting? So that's not clear. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Okay, so a few things to have a look at there. Okay, so don't forget, right, to make it clear, right, put some time, always put, right, initially on the whatever date, on the 14th, right. So to make it clear, initially on the 14th of blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then on the 19th, so we can see it's 5 days later, today, the 21st, so get that time, get it clear. On the 14th, on the 19th, today, okay? And watch those verbs forms, okay? So there's a few things there to have a look at. I hope that gives you some ideas. Okay.